Hey everybody, what's going on? If you can hear me, just put a yes in the chat. What's up? How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Let me know how you doing in the chat. What up, what up, what up, what up? If you can hear me, let me know. Also, if you are new here, go ahead and smash the like button on this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you are not already subscribed. Also, if you enjoy our weekly live streams, okay, and our weekly videos that we do every single Wednesday here on YouTube, you definitely want to turn on post notifications so you can be notified whenever we create a social media video, right? Whenever we go live, we put a video here on YouTube. So I'm really, really excited to have you all here. This is going to be a little technical training. Okay. I want to show y'all a little hack. Put hack in the chat. If you want me to show you a hack, put hack in the chat. If you want me to show you a hack. I'm so excited about this because how many of you all like don't be knowing what to say on social media? Put me in the chat, right? Like you know what to say, but you don't be really knowing how to put all the words together. You know what I mean? Just put me in the chat if that's you, right? Like you got good ideas, you can have a good conversation, but when it comes to them long, drawn out story like social media posts, you be like, oh my God, I ain't got it in me. So I'm gonna take you behind the scenes to show you how I do it and how I've been doing it recently and how I found the ultimate hack for my content love style. All right. So you know how people always ask you like, what's your love language? Like my content love language is video and audio. As you all can tell, if you've been around here for a long time, your girl will whip out a video and something audio in about 5 seconds. But when it comes to sitting down and having to write something, Lord have mercy, my brain just be like, so I'm going to be showing you today a hack so you don't have to worry about it no more. So when it comes to, okay, what I'm gonna share on social media, I got something I want to say and da 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 da. And how many of y'all are like long-winded? Put long in the chat. If you long-winded like me, right, you could just keep going on and on to the break of dawn. And you need something, a tool, something that's going to help you get to the point while also being captivating. You're going to love today's social media hack. So we're about to get into it. I'm gonna introduce myself very quickly for those who may not know who I am, and then we're gonna get straight into the tech. All right. So you will need to utilize a AI tool. I'm gonna show you 2 AI tools that you can use it with, and I'm gonna also show you the different, how each tool will give you different outputs, right? So let's get into it. All right, so let me introduce myself real quick. So 1 second. All right. So for all of you all who may not know who I am, my name is Audria Richmond. I'm a serial entrepreneur with over 16 years of business branding and marketing experience. We run a multi-7-figure company with an A+ team. I'm an executive coach and consultant to high-performing entrepreneurs, and I'm a 5-time Amazon bestselling author of multiple books to include my most recent book, UnCloned Marketing. I'm the CEO and CMO of UnCloned Media, and I'm the recipient of 6 awards in branding, marketing, and entrepreneurship. So it's safe to say you are in the right place. As we begin to dive into this content, I definitely want you all to start taking notes, have your questions ready because there is a delay between you and I. So please don't wait till the last minute to start thinking through your questions. If you see me going through something and a question pops up, go ahead and put that question in the chat. My husband will be supporting me today on this live stream in the chat. His name is Calvin Richmond. So if you see him liking a post or commenting, reacting, or responding to you, he is not a troll. He is on the team. Okay. So we're about to get into it. All right. So first thing first is I'm going to show you the power of voice notes, right? I'm going to show you 2 ways that you can do it. I'm going to show you a paid way and a free way. Okay. I'm going to show you a paid way and a free way. And you can pretty much choose how you want to go about this, right? So let me log in to the free way first. And this first strategy is going to be Google Docs. So that's the first place I'm going to be logging into right quick is Google Docs. So let me open that up real quick and then we're going to get jiggy with it. All right. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen? Let me know in the chat if you can see my screen. All right. Just put yes in the chat if you can see my screen, and then we're going to get into it. All right. So I'm going to zoom in as close as I can so you all can see what I'm doing. But basically, this strategy is going to require you to use your voice. Okay. Your voice. All right. Say it with me. Voice. So if you are a person who has not been activating your voice, you may struggle with this. This is why it's important to go live. This is why it's important to learn how to speak. Even if you're just going to be doing what I'm talking about today, it's important for you to have thoughts. It's important for you to have an opinion. And you can't have thoughts and opinion if you do not exercise the right to speak. Do everybody got that? Just put yes in the chat if you got that. So we're going to make a fake social media post, and I'm going to show you 2 ways of doing it, right? So this is the free way, okay? If you have a Google account, which majority of people do, right? So you can go into your Google Docs, and there's a section at the top called Tools. If you click on Tools, they have this feature called Voice Typing, okay? Voice Typing. So I'm going to click on Voice Typing, and there's a little microphone that's going to come up on the left-hand side. It's going to be like, click to speak. So I'm going to make a fake social media. I'm going to have a fake conversation real quick. And then I'm going to show you how you can do this in 2 different tools. And then I'm going to show you how I take that and turn it into a captivating social media post. All right. So I'm going to click on this thing, hopefully to pick up my microphone, because I am utilizing my microphone. So hopefully it will still pick up my microphone, even though I am live streaming right now. All right. So I'm going to make up a fake scenario, right? So I'm trying to think of something to talk about. Okay. I think I got something I want to talk about. Oftentimes when people think about pricing, they immediately think about what people can afford. And that's not the way that you should think about pricing. The way you price products and services is directly tied to the value that you provide to your clients and customers. So for an example, if you take a client who is on the brink of divorce and you show them how to save their marriage, what is the value of that to that client? So you have to keep in mind that it's not about, let's say it takes you 2 hours to fix the problem. You're not going to be charging 2 hours, right? Like, hey, it took me 2 hours. So, $50 an hour, here we are at, $100. So I fixed your marriage for $100. No, you would directly think about like, okay, well, if they were going to get divorced, they would probably have to pay for attorney fees. They probably would have to pay for, separating the home and separating expenses and separating bills. And so as you can see over time, if you help them save their marriage, you're going to also help them save not having to break up the household. You're going to help them save the property, not having to split the property down the middle. You're going to help them save court costs. And so when you're pricing your products and services, it's directly tied to the value, not how long it takes you to get the job done. Then I clicked on stop. So you see how I'm voice typing. I'm saying my things. I'm not really thinking about it. I don't even really care if it's grammatically correct because it doesn't matter. Okay. What the heck I'm going to show you today, it doesn't matter. So how many of you all think that that's super cool? Like I literally just open up a document and I start talking and boom, right? Now that ain't even the kicker yet. This is just me talking out the top of my head, right? So remember I told you I was going to show you the freeway. Now, here's the flaw with the freeway. With the freeway, as you can tell, this is like one long ass run-on sentence, okay? There's no periods, there's no commas, there's no nothing, okay? It just says all the words. Now, and when I put this in an AI tool, the AI tool would really take all of this mumbo jumbo and like make it right. But this is the freeway. Now, I'm going to show you another tool that I use. It does cost a fee. I believe you can get some minutes for free if I'm not mistaken. But I'm going to show you how I'm going to take that tool and I'm just going to pretty much recite what I just said here. Hopefully I can do that. So let's see. So I'm going to use a tool called Otter. That's OTTER.ai. And then at the very top right, I'm going to click on record. All right. All right. So here we are. All right. So let's see. You see how it's picking up everything and it's like adding commas and periods and all the things. Okay. So I'm going to think of another fake scenario real quick. So let me think of something fake. Okay. If you want to start a hot dog shop, the first thing you want to do is get clear on the type of hot dogs you want to sell. And because culturally, hot dogs are made differently all around the world. And so if you're going to set up a hot dog shop in Chicago, that's totally different than how you would set up a hot dog shop in Memphis. Now, in Memphis, we like our hot dogs a certain way. So maybe you might come up with some ultimate barbecue hot dog, where in Chicago, you might, let me stop. Because I don't really know enough about Chicago to give like a good reference here, but you get my point, right? So the point I'm trying to make with both tools is that one will give you the commas, the periods, all the things. And the other one is just one big run-on sentence. So do y'all get that? Just put yes in the chat if you get that. All right. Let's see. So let me hit stop the recording. Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording because that was just so random. Let's see. Let me know in the chat if y'all got that. So the biggest difference between the free and the paid is that one will have just big old run-on sentence, and the other one will give you the periods, the commas, and all of the things. Do everybody got that? Just put yes in the chat if you got it. Okay. Now, it doesn't honestly makes a difference. Okay. It's just a matter of preference. How you like to speak, how you like to talk, so on and so forth. Right. So part two. So the first part is getting out of your head what you're going to say. Right. So that's part one, getting out of your head what you want to say. Now, what do you do with all of this? What do you do with this information? So I'm going to go with the first example because I feel like I was a little bit more thorough. It made more sense. And so I'm going to copy and paste this, and I'm going to go inside of my tool that I absolutely love, which is April's tool. My friend April Beverly, she has a software company called Pro Pitch Tool. .ai, and I am a founding 50 member. And if she still has that option available, y'all should dive in, right? So what I like to do is I like to tell the tool, I like to give a very simple prompt and then copy and paste what I just said, right? So let's do this. So I'm going to say, nope, you don't just copy, you got to give it a prompt. You can't just copy and paste it into the tool. Okay, do everybody got that? All right, so let me give you an example. So I'm going to say enhance this. That's all I'm going to say. And if you wanted to keep the essence of what you said, you can also say enhance this while also keeping the essence of while also keeping the essence. Then I'll put the quotation mark. I'm gonna copy and paste what I just got from what's that tool? I'm gonna copy and paste what I got from Google Docs, right? Hit enter. The tool is gonna do its magic. All right, it's doing its magic. You see it? It's doing its magic. It's doing its magic. It's cooking up. It's cooking. It's cooking. It's cooking. Boom. Okay. Just like that, we got a post. Let's see what it say. Okay. So it says, when it comes to, let me zoom in so y'all can see this. Hold on one second. All right. I'm going to pull this up so y'all can see this. All right. So here we go. When it comes to pricing, many folks instinctively consider, hold on, let me move this over. I can't see nothing. What their clients can afford. But that's not the most effective approach. Instead, your pricing should reflect the value you deliver to your clients. Let's paint a picture. Imagine a couple on the verge of divorce and you step in, guiding them through basically, getting their marriage back together, right? Their differences, and you save their marriage. Now, what's the value of the service to them? It's crucial to remember that your pricing isn't about the time you spend. For instance, if it takes you 2 hours to mend the relationship, you're not charging for those 2 hours. It's not about saying, hey, it took 2 hours, $50 an hour, so what's $100 to fix your marriage? Nah, that's not how it works. Instead, consider the potential costs that they're faced if they proceeded with a divorce: attorney fees, splitting assets, dividing bills, and the emotional toll of the breakup up of a household. If you help them avoid all of that, you are not just saving their marriage, you're saving them a significant amount of money in emotional distress. So when you're setting your prices, remember it's tied to the value you provide, not just the time it took to deliver your service. Do you get that? Did y'all see that? That judge is cooked. Did you see that? Okay. Did you see it? Did you see it? Just put a number 2 in the chat. Pow, pow. Okay. Put a pow, pow in the chat if you saw it. Okay. I know y'all like, why is Audria so lit? I'm lit because I just showed you a hack. Okay. I just showed you a hack. I just showed you a hack. Okay. So I'm using my homegirl tool, April Beverly's sister and best friend. It's called propitchtool.ai. The artificial intelligence, her name is April, and that's what I'm utilizing with this, right? But I'm going to show you, for those who now the reason why I started with April's tool is because, she's a sales copywriter, okay? Her tool is designed to not only culturally captivate the conversation, but to also make your writing persuasive to get people to engage. Does that make sense, everybody? Also, y'all don't seem that lit in the chat. I think maybe we should just go ahead and kill the live stream, because I thought y'all would be lit about this. You know what I mean? I got one little yes in the chat. Like, are y'all not lit about this? Also, if you watching on the replay, let me know if you lit about this, because I'm giving gang right now. Okay. Okay. So now you might be saying, okay, now let me show you what ChatGPT would do. Okay. Because I know y'all wondering, like, okay, well, what if I don't have this tool? One, I highly recommend you get this tool. And if you do get this tool, mark me down as a referral. And I'm not saying it because I get a kickback, but I'm saying it because I literally use this tool every single day that it has come out, right? Every single day it's been out, I have been utilizing this tool. So now let's go to ChatGPT. Okay. Let's see. ChatGPT. I gotta log in. I don't really be in ChatGPT like that. I'm trying to get up in this giant. Is it here? No. Let's see. I want to say this is it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Okay, so let me put this in here. All right. Hold on. So I'm going to put this inside of ChatGPT, exactly what we just did. And then boom. Let's see what it cooks. All right, let's see what it cooks. Okay, it's okay. I mean, it's okay. Y'all see this? You see why I use April tool, right? It just ain't got that flavor. It didn't add no sauce. It didn't make me be like, it didn't paint the picture. It's very vague. It's like, ugh. But anyway, it works, right? It works. But at least you're able to see the tool in real time on how it works, right? So when people think about pricing, they have to consider what customers can afford. However, this approach is an idea. The way you price your products and services should be directly tied to the value you provide to your clients and customers. For example, if you help a client on the brink of divorce save their marriage, what is it worth to them? It's not about the hours you spend, blah, blah, blah. It didn't take you on a ride. You know what I'm saying? Just put yes in the chat if y'all get what I'm saying. Like, it didn't take me on a ride. You know what I mean? It kind of was like, it was just like, I mean, it works, but it didn't take me on a journey. It didn't make me feel like, oh shit, like I need to stay a part of this. Like I need to read this post, right? So I want to show you a post I did today, like take you behind the scene of an actual post that was fire. Okay. Fire. All right. So let me show you the post, and then I'm going to show you where I shared the post and how much engagement it has gotten since then. All right. So the tool that I was using to get that prompt, that response was propitchtool.ai. Okay. If you go there, make sure you put me down as Audria Richmond sent you. Okay. If you're going to go and get it. All right. Tap in. So let me show you the post I did today. Okay. I'm going to take you through the exact same process. So I started on Otter. Okay, let me go to my conversations. Womp, 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 womp. Womp, 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 womp. I'm waiting on this to load up. This thing is crazy. Okay, so, all right. Transcript. Okay, so this is what I said to Otter, right? So I know a lot of the times when people are using AI, they're not leveraging their voice. Does that make sense? What I'm saying, everybody? Like when people use AI, they don't necessarily use their voice. They just let ChatGPT tell them whatever the hell. This is why having a voice, having thought leadership, actually having an opinion could make all the difference between a basic AI response and a really polished, your voice, 80% integrated into the post itself. That's why when people read my post lately, they're like, damn, this post hit. It hits because I started the post with my voice. Does that make sense, everybody? Just put a 1 in the chat. The reason that my post been hidden lately is because I start with what I would have said, but instead of me saying it verbally for 2 minutes, I typed into a tool, talking to it just like I'm talking to you right now. And then I take the words and then I put it into AI and then I just post it on social media. So this was the initial input for what I said earlier, right? So this post was about dealing with the hard stuff. That was the premise of this post. It's really getting people to embrace doing the hard stuff, right? And so once I got people to really embrace doing the hard stuff, and I kind of said what I needed to say, I went over to April's tool. Let me open up my conversation over here. And this is what I asked it to do. So I copied and pasted what I put into Otter, and then it gave me this. And I did not like that it replaced tough with, I didn't like that it replaced hard with tough. And I was like, I don't necessarily want you to say tough. I want you to say hard. So I said, hey, I want to say hard stuff, not tough stuff. And then it spit out, it removed all the words tough and used hard, because hard is what I originally said in my initial transcript, right? And so I took that and then I turned it into a social media post. So let me show you the post. Here's the post right here, right? So here's the post. I come to realize that my success is largely due to my willingness to tackle the hard stuff. By hard stuff, I mean diving into the 300-page book, dedicating hours on an in-depth course, traveling cross country for a crucial event, investing in consultants and team members, and even dealing with taxes, right? Then I went on to say, for some, those tasks may seem simple, but for many, they're daunting. Yet I firmly believe that to truly excel as an entrepreneur, you must embrace these challenges. Unfortunately, there's a trend online where the hard stuff is hidden and the easy stuff is sold. The messaging is often vague, promising astronomical earnings in no time. The only people drawn to these messages are those who are unwilling to put in the work, those who shy away from learning the fundamentals. When I encounter individuals seeking the quickest, easiest route, I often find that years later, they have made little to no progress. They've avoided the hard stuff. So my advice to you is embrace the hard stuff. Currently, my husband is spearheading my health journey. Ever since my birthday, he's been assigning me the workout circuits to do at home. Despite my attempts to dodge them, he always managed to reel me back in. I've come to understand that the sooner you accept the hard stuff, the sooner you stop expecting things to be easy, the quicker you achieve your desired results. So do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? Do you see how compelling this social media post is? Do you see how captivating this social media post is, right? And so if you come down, look at all of the engagement. We have, let's see. So we have people saying, woo, the way you crafted so many lessons in one post was masterful. Love this picture of you guys. Love this and y'all. Indeed, these are not easy things. 1 time for Black love, 2 times for getting the hard stuff done. Today is my devotional group, Audria Richmond. Just because it's God ordained doesn't mean it's easy. God promised to provide our needs and never leave us. He never promised easy. This is a great message. So look at all this resonation, right? Like, not resonation. People resonating with the post, right? So do you see this? So I just want you all to see that, like, how you can take your voice, something you could just say, take that content, put it into AI, and there you have a captivating social media post. And this is not the only post that I've done this with. I've done this with several posts, right? So let me show you. We're going to go to Instagram, and I'm going to show you a few posts that I've done this with. So I've done it with this post. Did y'all see this post? Picture this, a young woman struggling to make ends meet. I'm not going to bore y'all with this, but this was a voice note. It took me a minute to say all of this, but this was originally a voice note. I took the transcript of my voice note, and then I made the caption, and then guess what all I got to do next is find a photo that goes with the conversation. I did the same thing with this post. I literally verbally said, help me celebrate the 7th, blah, 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 and then I put it into AI, right? Same thing with my birthday post. Well, no, my birthday post was me. Never mind. I didn't use AI for that. Oh, this post. This post is fire. Okay. So it's me looking down. It goes with the post, so on and so forth, right? So just know that, like, if writing is not your strong suit and you have a voice, you can totally utilize this strategy and you don't have to worry about, not having content, right? And this the other thing too. How many of you all like, hey, I really want to be active on LinkedIn, but it seems like in order to be on LinkedIn, you got to have a thought or an opinion or so on and so forth. Well, activate your voice. The reason that my posts sound like me, because it is me. I literally said all of those things first. AI enhanced it, and then voila, here's the post. So it's not like I copied and pasted some generic response and said, make me a post about X. I literally said what I wanted to say, and I asked AI to enhance what I already said. So hopefully that got your wheels turning. Hopefully this gives you a lot of insight and cool ideas on how you can utilize this. If you have any questions, now is the time to go ahead and start putting your questions in the chat. If not, we're going to call it a day. So let's get into Q&A real quick. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Do you have any questions? If so, go ahead and let me know, and then we can go from there. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. I read that post and was like, this is so dope and well written. Absolutely. You must train all AI tools by using your bio, videos, audio transcripts. So it's trained about you and how you speak. Yeah. And it's not just like me. So the cool thing about April tool, it doesn't save what I said. Like, it saved my session, but it's like it's not trained on anything else, if that makes sense. Now with ChatGPT, you kind of trained on the platform as a whole thing. But with April tool, each session is new. So it's not like saving or trying to remember it for all the users that use her tool. There's another reason why I love her tool. But that's a good point. Do you ever feel you're too wordy? Nope. Because this is the thing. People are on social media to consume. Do y'all got that? Like, people are on social media to consume. They're not on there to just be looking at. I mean, Instagram is probably more like a looking platform, and looking. I think that's why a lot of people like it, because you don't necessarily got to be intellectually smart. Like, you don't necessarily got to have thought-provoking captions on Instagram. I mean, the people who spend time do, right? However, I think that when you think about social media, you have to keep in mind that, like, your post is about your people, your ideal client. So whoever your people is and whoever your ideal client is, they will spend whatever time it takes to consume the message you're giving them, as long as it's useful and helpful. If you're just talking just to be talking and it's not necessarily going anywhere, it's not useful, it's not, enhancing someone's life, it's not making their day better, and you're just taking up space with words just because, then yeah, you probably don't want to be wordy. But if you're thinking that, like, oh, the length is too long, then don't worry about that, because some of my best performing posts are the posts that is long. Some of my underperforming posts are the posts where I don't spend a lot of time. Does that make sense, everybody? So the name of the tool is ProPitchTool.ai. ProPitchTool.ai. That's ProPitch tool, TOOL.ai. All right. Okay. So let's see. Okay, can you provide? I did that. I overshare, and sometimes this is why I talk. This is why I say what I need to say. Cause, like, for instance, my posts around doing the hard stuff, it was actually very wordy. If I was just to copy and paste what I said in my transcript, it would have been too wordy. This is why I asked AI to enhance while keeping the essence of what I said. Does that make sense? So it's going to take something, even if it was lengthy, it's going to retain a lot of the essence while also proving the point, while also not being redundant. Because sometimes when we're talking, we could be saying the same thing 3 different ways, and the AI will pick up, like, that's a redundancy. Let's not say that so much. Hopefully that makes sense. Let's see. Can you go over the difference between the tool and ChatGPT again? So, April Beverly is a $1 million copywriter, meaning she has written, I think she up at billions at this point, but she's a persuasive sales copywriter. She has the copy closet. She got Word Stylist, which is an agency that writes sales copy for entrepreneurs. And so I want to give you the background because you will understand the tool, right? She knows how to write successful social media posts, sales pages, bios, proposals, all of that stuff. And so she's taken over 20 some years of experience and put it into this tool from a sales and persuasion perspective, if that makes sense. Like, everything that the tool is thinking about when it's crafting your responses is thinking, okay, is this persuasive? Does this, is this going to make sense? Is this going to drive the result? Is this going to take people, on a journey? Is it culturally in alignment, right? It's not going to be as stuffy. It's going to have some flavor. So hopefully that makes sense. Now, ChatGPT, I don't really use it enough to be like, oh, well, this is the big difference. But I believe the main difference is I showed you in this video. ChatGPT, and I used the exact same prompt. April Tool understood that I said a story, so it incorporated a story. ChatGPT was like, I heard that story, but I'm gonna be pretty vague. I'm gonna be pretty short with that. Like, oh, for example. And then April Tool said, imagine this, right? So it's using words that it knows is persuasive and will get people to be engaged with the content. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Is there an app? What do you mean? Is it the same as ProPitch? ProPitch Tool is the website. So it's ProPitchTool.ai. I'm a founding member of the tool. If you do buy the tool and if you become one of the founding 50, make sure you tell her I sent you. You can put my name down as a referral at checkout. All right. Let's see. Alrighty. So it looks like you all don't have any more questions. I'm gonna wait a few more seconds. Let's see. Hopefully this is helpful, y'all. Did this help you? Just put yes or no in the chat. I just want to make sure that I'm at the season right now, especially with my clients. I want to see y'all getting busy, right? This hack will be a game changer if you actually use it, right? This hack will be a game changer. You can stop saying, I don't know what to post on social media, blah, 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 blah. So now all you got to do is get really good at knowing your voice, exercising thought leadership, and having something to say. Like that's really what you got to nail at this point, because you don't have to, nail sales copywriting. You don't have to nail trying to be, a copywriting wizard. You literally now only have to maximize having a voice and having expertise that you can share. So, anywho, I pray that this is helpful, that you found value in today's live stream. I appreciate you all for tapping in. So please be sure to like the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are literally, 170 hours away from hitting our first monetization goal here on YouTube. So if you like this video, make sure you go back and look at the other videos we have on the channel. I would like to thank you all so much for tuning in today, to give me your time to participate in today's live stream. And I pray that your content is not only compelling, but you get out here and get this money. So until next time, y'all, let's go live an uncloned life and build an uncloned brand. Bye, y'all.